Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Okay, let's paint a new portrait today. Okay, here I have titanium white, chrome yellow, cadmium orange, cadmium red, quinacridone rose, cobalt blue, raw umber, and lamp black. Okay. The brushes that I use, all of them are synthetic brushes. You know, basically round, some flat. I got a few flat brushes, filbert brushes too, and some liner ones. Okay. Hello, Michael. Hello, Hayes. Where are you from? I'm from Peru, South America. Hello, Monique. Okay, let's start painting. First, I'm gonna pick up just this flat brush could be okay. I'm gonna use raw umber, just a little bit. Okay, I don't use any solvent. Sometimes I use linseed oil when I paint the background. When I paint backgrounds, I just like to paint faster. And since the background is almost a bigger area on the canvas, I use it to spread the paint really fast. Okay, first thing, I'm squinting and I'm trying to simplify what I see into simple flat shapes. For example, for the head. Okay, I use just straight lines. Okay. Something like this works pretty good to place the head inside. Okay, now the face, I see the face, it looks like something kind of triangular. Okay, here's gonna be the face. Obviously at the same time I got the photograph to my left, same size, which is pretty useful because, for example, for the top here, the hairline here, and check out the alignment with the photograph, and I could be pretty accurate about where to place this. The same for the eyes, the nose, and the eyebrows. Okay. Hello, Ben. Hello, Grapes. Hello, Create Holic. Hello, Gary. Can you do a video on semi-realistic acrylic portrait? Okay, yeah, of course I will. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, now I got here, let's say I got the overall shape. Now the eyes. I mean, when I'm about to work a face, every time I check out proportions. Okay. In this case, I don't have. I usually check out, for example, from the eyebrows to the nose, from the nose to the chin. In this case, we don't see the chin. Okay. I don't know if that's an advantage or disadvantage, but we don't see the chin. Okay. Now the nose. I check out how tilted is the nose. I always use a brush, a pencil, or anything, and compare with the frame or the contour of my canvas or the photograph. In this way I could be pretty sure if this is tilted like this, like that. In this I don't trust my eyes, because sometimes we think that this just a tilted bit, sometimes it's pretty straight, it's pretty vertical or horizontal, and we think that it's tilted. I prefer just to do this. Okay, it's easy to compare. Okay, the same for the eyebrows. Now for the eyes, I hold a brush with my left hand, I put it on top of the photograph, and I can see clearly that the eyes are tilted. Okay, a little bit. Here's going to be one eye, here's going to be another eye. Usually between the eyes we can just find one more eye, the width of one eye. But we gotta check out that from person to person, because that change from person to person. Sometimes people have the eyes a little bit together or maybe a bit separated. Sometimes it's pretty obvious and sometimes it's not. Okay. Hello Romeo. Oh, hello Joanne. Hello Tina. Okay. Hello Lucas. Monique is saying it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. For so many people, it's the best day of the week. Friday, yeah? Or Saturday. Okay. This is the drawing that I need right now. Just placement of the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Okay, check out alignments. Check out the corner of the mouth. Trace a vertical line up. And check out the alignment. It's aligned with the pupil, with the inner portion of the iris. Okay, like here the same. Okay, this is about repetition. Okay, if you check out my videos on my channel, you're gonna see that I keep doing the same again and again. I trust completely on measuring, comparing. I use a mirror to check out, the flipped view of my painting. Not just the painting. When I use a mirror, I try to see both the painting and the photograph. Now let's say that my drawing is ready. The simple is ready. I stop a second, I pinpoint my eyes between photograph and drawing. Since this the same size, here the photograph is the same size. Okay, it's pretty easy to do that. Okay. Now, one mistake. Sometimes when we paint the face that is turning to one side, a three-quarter view, we tend to paint or draw this side here, that's the side that's turning, a bit wider. Double check on that. Double check all the time. Okay. Now, next thing, I'm gonna start with a darker color. Start with just the darker values I see on the picture. Okay, for that I squint down my eyes and I see obviously everything dark here, dark, the shadow here, dark, dark, all of those values. Just one color, raw umber. Okay. Not too much paint. I'm adding a little bit of pressure on the canvas because I'm not using too much paint. It's not the time for me to use a lot of paint. Okay, step back a bit, check out, I continue. Right now I'm painting and keeping my eyes squinted. Okay. Keeping my eyes squinted. Okay, I gotta open my eyes a bit, Okay, to rest a little bit. Hello Lino, hello Sharon, hello Lucas. I got a channel where I paint with, we got some live streams. I have been painting with acrylics. Somebody here, Hayes, asked me about, painting with acrylics. You can just go and check out. I mean, that's acrylic paintings by Brenzo. That's the name of the channel. You're gonna see. At least I got like maybe 5 or maybe 8 portraits. Hello, Christine. Hello, Ramdan. Okay. Okay. I see, I compare, and looks like everything is okay. Maybe pretty sure something is off, you know, a little bit. But having the photograph next to my painting, being able to do this, it's an advantage. And working on proportions, always measuring the distance between the eyes, one eye. You know, from another thing that I didn't mention, but from the eyebrows to the bottom of the nose. If we split this in 3 portions, we can see the eyes on the first line here. Okay, that usually works pretty good, unless you see that the person has the eyes, you know, bigger eyes, or the eyes a little bit down or up, or something is different. Then you gotta, you know, change a bit this proportion. Okay, now a little bit of color. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna start painting the background. And this, what's the name? I forget the name. What can you call this? Somebody help me out with this. Scarf? We can call it scarf. Can we call it scarf? Hello, Mookie. Okay. Let's see. Show. Okay. Okay, thank you, Monique. I'm gonna paint the background just green. Let's pick up something simple. I'm gonna mix just here with the same brush. I got some raw umber on the brush. That means that this green is not gonna be a perfect clean green, pretty saturated, because already I have some green. I'm gonna add a touch of orange because I want to knock down this green a little bit more. Here's where I usually add linseed oil to spread it. I'm not gonna do it today because it's not like I have a lot of background. You should be able to, you know, lay down the paint like this, as you see me, and not adding a lot of pressure, but definitely we got to put some pressure, you know. But if you're feeling that you're not able to move the paint easily on the canvas, okay, don't think that the problem is on your brushes, the oil paint. The problem is on the canvas. Okay, always on the canvas. And if that's happening, just let's say that somebody's painting along with me and you're thinking, hey, you know, your painting looks like it's moving easily on the canvas. If that's not happening for you, that means that you need to add an extra layer of gesso, or, you know. Okay. Okay, I got the green. As you see, it's not my goal to have a perfect green. Oh, I noticed that my canvas is tilted. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now the shore, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but no, because my canvas is this, it's orangey, like knockdown orange color. Maybe I shouldn't paint. It's just a little bit, okay, a little bit of orange. Adding more red to this orange I have here. Okay, pay attention to the brands that you're using. This is cadmium orange from Rembrandt. If I use cadmium orange from Winton, it's not a yellowish. Okay, maybe somebody's using just cadmium orange from any brand, and that's gonna be a slightly difference. That's different from brand to brand. Okay. Now the face. Okay, and squinting, I'm just trying to see two values on the face, light and shadow. Okay, we have like 100 values, but just trying to simplify the same way I simplify when I draw. Just starting with simple straight lines, the same I do when I paint. I try to simplify the color I see. Okay, I'm just gonna start just white, orange, raw umber, a little bit of kind of on rose. There would be one color. Okay, I need another brush. There's going to be another color, different value. I prefer to have a knockdown color. Maybe I see on the photograph that the shadow is warm or is pre-saturated, but I try to start with something pre-mute, no colorful, because I'm planning to add more color, you know, little touches like on the cheeks, obviously. Okay, let's say that this is the color for the shadow. I'm squinting and just separating. This is going to be all shadow, shadow, shadow here, shadow. Okay, now light. Let's see if this color works pretty good. I'm not thinking about the lights that I see here. Those lights are you're gonna, you know, paint those lights on top of this color. Okay, but let's see if this is working. A touch of red, more white. Okay, I keep squinting to be able to see more clearly. It's easier when we paint from a really, like a chiaroscuro photograph, where we see so clearly the lights and the shadows. Okay, and sometimes when we paint with a photograph like that, we don't need to squint down our eyes like that much. But for today, I squinted my eyes a lot. Okay. No. From here, we start adding more values and details. Okay, and trying to get to the skin color that we see on the photograph, or trying to get a skin color that we think we like it. I mean, based on our experience, based on what we want to see. You know, that's gonna be up to anyone. Okay, I'm stepping back. Check out again. Yeah. I'm gonna paint the hair. You know, with the hair, I could have painted just basically the whole canvas. And, you know, that means that yeah, you know, I painted the face, the background, the shawl here. Yeah, I just need to paint the hair. I need to paint again with raw umber. Now the painting is thicker because I want to get to darker values. No medium, not solving anything. Okay. I'm gonna mix here raw umber with quinacridone rose. If you don't have quinacridone rose, alizarin crimson is basically 99% the same. That 1% is on transparency. This one is a bit transparent than alizarin crimson. Okay. Gonna add a little white here. Looks like the hair is the same color of my canvas. A little bit more mute. To mute this orangey color, we have to use green. Okay. I got all my canvas covered with paint. Okay. Oh, hello, Darmesh is asking me, watching for Durban, South Africa. Wow. What are the colors on your palette? Okay, I'm gonna mention the colors again. Okay, I have titanium white, chrome yellow, cadmium orange, cadmium red, quinacridone rose, cobalt blue, raw umber, and lemon black. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna blend a little bit here. This way I can see, you know, a new value here between this, because I started just with two, this one and this one. If you mix these two, what you got? A third one. And you add light to this one, you get a fourth one. You make this darker, a fifth one. You add some red here, another value. And just like that, you continue putting more paint on top. First I want to blend this a bit. Okay, now I want to add more paint to the face for the lights. Keep checking drawing from time to time. I use a mirror, I check out my drawing, and I check out the drawing. When I say the drawing, I check out proportions, the position of the eyes, the nose, because as we paint, we tend to move, the eyebrows a little bit up, a little bit down. We don't even notice. It's just a bit to the up, we move the eyes a little bit up, the nose a little bit down, and then all of a sudden the nose, it looks longer. We gotta keep checking on proportions. Let's say the first stage is the drawing stage, the blocking and all of that. We gotta go back to that stage, all the things that we checked out to get the drawing ready. We'll repeat that like not like picking up a pencil and drawing again, but going over the same analysis that we have done to get the drawing, like every maybe 20 minutes. Okay, let's mix more paint here. See, a touch of blue. And don't forget to press the like button. I just stop a bit, just thinking. I just seeing here. I got the program that I use is for doing the live streams is called OBS. When you hear me clicking on the mouse, I'm going to that program because I see on that program I see on my screen, the painting and the photograph next to the painting. But I see like this size. It's just like stepping back a lot, and compare. On this program I can make the photograph even a bit bigger if I want to, just like that you see here. Okay, and always going back here to see it because of just that, because it's pretty small. And since I'm painting just sit here, I can just lean back a bit but not step back a lot, and that adjust this basically just to see that from longer distance. Okay. This light is kind of yellowish. I like it, but I don't know. I'm gonna just grade down this light a bit. Okay, I'm gonna mix here just more white. More white. A touch of raw umber. More white. That's better. Yeah, I like it, this one better than the yellowish one. Okay. Now here, basically I got a new value, and that after mixing this or blending this a bit, I'm gonna get more and more values. Okay, one thing that I'm gonna pay attention right now is a little bit of saturation. I'm gonna pick up some pure red. Okay, I, I'm gonna lay down some red on the shadow. Let's see if this color works good to create some transparency on the shadows. I'm gonna knock it down a bit. I'm gonna blend. If maybe I could keep it like red in some areas, but you know, right now it's just thinking. Let's say I'm thinking about the whole painting, composition, colors. You know. Okay, and let's see. Saturation on shadows creates transparency. Yeah. But I mean, that's obviously that's not always that works for each painting. Okay, I'm doing the same here, but this is a different color. I'm mixing carmine red with quinacridone and rose, just creating a more like reddish, darker color. Okay. Okay, I could do the same with this color here on these areas to get some accents. Okay. Now the same way, now I'm gonna think about edges. Obviously all this is pretty soft. It has a soft, almost a lost edge here and here. Okay. What about if I just sharpen the background? You know, here is when we paint here. I mean, it's not okay to make it sharp because here the edge is not sharp. Okay, but what I'm gonna do is just because of contrast. Okay, I got a sharp edge, a lost edge here. Okay, and I want to make it. I want to make this pretty sharp. You gotta see it. The end of the painting to see if I keep that, you know, because right now I'm, I'm thinking about the whole painting again. Okay, I want I want to exaggerate the softness here, but I keep some sharp, and then I create contrast. The same way that you want to see light and you add shadow, I want to just create this effect, and that's helping me to do that. And at the same time, that kind of frame the face and make it the face just pop. Okay, now I could do a little bit of that here too. Okay, but let's see if that's gonna work pretty good. You know, one thing that we don't want is just to do all that everywhere and at the end have sharp edges everywhere. What about that? Now here, and I'm going to okay, I'm gonna keep that for the moment. I'm gonna go back to see on my screen. Okay, I like this. Yeah. Now again, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm gonna keep it, but I wanna keep it just maybe this portion, not all the way up. But let's see, I think that kind of frame pretty good the face. Make this blurry. That's good. I can just make the same here, pretty sharp. Even that it's not sharp, but I can make it sharp and keep it the same here, here, and here. Okay, or at the same time I can just play like, for example, here this portion is just blurry, and then here sharp, a little bit, and then blurry again. If that helps to the composition of my painting, I could use it. If not, I would just soften everything, all the edges. Okay. Hello, hello Nolan. Hello Bob. Oh, hello Bob. Oh yeah, but you said that already said. Okay. Hello AAS. uh, I I can paint beautiful like your artwork, but I don't have methods, or I don't have place. I live in one room with my family. I hope you have good time and like your art. Oh, thank you. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back to on chicken again here. Okay. Okay. Another thing that maybe I'm gonna do, just I'm gonna pick up black with a little bit of kind of little rose. Okay. I just want, you see how your eyes maybe goes to this place, like goes there, sharp edge. Always call for our attention. That's pretty nice. A nice effect. We gotta take advantage of that. Where to put it. You see. I mean, when I see this painting right now, my eyes go there, go there. It's my brain is saying, "Hey, something's happening there." There's more information here. My eyes, my brain is saying, "Don't look at here. There's nothing here. There's no information there. Everything's blurry. It's boring. I'm not gonna look at that. And I pay attention here." Yeah. Okay. We can just do the same for the eyes. What about if I make this pretty sharp, be pretty dark? Now it's starting to see the eyes. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the face here. I'm gonna add a little bit of red to this color and start just adding more color to the cheeks. Now here's up to anyone how much red you add, how much pink you add to the face. We know that the reddish areas in the face are the cheeks, the nose, the eyelids, and the chin. Pick up another brush. Remember, if somebody has any question, just feel free to ask me. Any doubt? If I don't know the answer, I will just ignore your question. Okay, more reddish there. For the shadow, I like to mix raw umber with alizarin crimson or quinacridone rose. I mean, the result is the same. Okay. Oh, by the way, that was a joke. Oh, okay, I'm gonna try to answer any question. Come back to continue adding a bit of red here and there. As I painting this, I'm bouncing my eyes pretty fast from the photograph to my canvas. Okay. It makes it easier to see differences. Okay. Check out Yeah, Lucas, her eyes are blue. Okay, I want to check out here. This is the window to check out. Then let's add some blue to her eyes. And then I think I need to work on even darken up some values here and here already. Because I see the face, I see this, but I don't see like the whole contrast. Mhm. Okay, let's add some blue to her eyes. I got this copper blue here. Okay, now I'm gonna work here. I think this combination between raw umber and kind of rose is gonna work pretty good for here. Yeah, I think it works. Okay, about this orange, I'm gonna use orange, coming orange from Winton. Okay. This color is more neutral than the cameo orange from Rembrandt, which is more yellowish. But this cameo orange from Rembrandt is a bit more yellowish, but I mean it's a bit colorful, and the tinting strength is obviously a bit more than this orange. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of back and forth here. Putting more paint, less paint, you know. Now there's a color here that is kind of opaque. In the lights, opaque too. I could just add white here. It's getting mixed with the orange. That's what I want. I'm counting on that. Otherwise, that would be just pure white. Okay, I see that it has to be a bit darker here. A little bit of camion red. Okay, now I see, the whole painting. I see a lot of light on the forehead. It's too bright. Yeah? I want to knock down this. I'm just mixing the color here. I'm picking up this one. You see, the same. Imagine that this is a portion of your palette, but you're just mixing one color. The other way, that would be obviously mixing the color on the palette and putting on top of this. But I got a lot of paint here. I will need more paint to change this. That's why I prefer just to do this here. Okay. Another value that I see that's off is the light on the hair. Okay, that's better, but need a little bit of green to knock down this. That's better. Okay, now I'm gonna blend. Jonathan, do you see Arthur Gaines block in challenge with 3 portraits? Blocking challenge with 3 portraits. Oh no, I haven't. 20 minutes on each portrait, and after each one, he rubbed it out, and started over. Wow, that's 20 minutes each. 20 minutes each portrait to block in. Yeah, I gotta see that. I mean, but yeah, 20 minutes. 20 minutes is too much. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, that's amazing. Obviously, that's amazing. uh, I'm gonna check out that. Yeah, as a practice, everything works. Yeah. Arabi saying, I waited for the live yesterday. Yeah, I couldn't make it, sorry. I have some problems with my back. My back still hurts a bit. And yesterday we have a drawing session at night, and I was thinking, if I paint here, I do my live stream 3 hours usually, and then I paint 3 more hours at night. Oh, I'm gonna be dying today. And that's why I thought, okay, I'm gonna make it tomorrow. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes I go live, usually Thursdays. But if somebody don't see me Thursday, it could be Friday. And you don't see me Friday, that would be for the next week. Okay, let's continue painting. gonna work a little bit on details. I stay on my mind this thing you said about, those the exercise that Arthur Game did. As soon as I finish up here, I'm gonna check out that. That's not so common. Usually, when it's about exercises, about speed, it's usually about drawing. But painting, not that much, which make that pretty more interesting. But all the exercises was about always drawing. I speaking about my own formation. When I was a student, everything was just like drawing in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and I think that was the limit, 2 minutes. And I remember the teacher started just the pose, like saying, "Hey, you have 10 minutes to draw." Yeah. And then the next hour, in that hour, there was an hour on the School of Art was 45 minutes, because the model has to rest 15 minutes, and then in that we should be able to draw like just 4 drawings, 4 or 5 drawings. Okay, and then 4 drawings, and then the next hour that would be drawings of just 5 minutes, and then the next hour just 2 minutes. We usually trained every night for 3 hours. That was the drawing class. It lasted from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and every day. It was kind of a hard training. Yeah? Just like working out. I'm working on a smaller areas. Like, I started with just 2 values, then I moved to 3. I blend in, I add in a little bit of reddish colors. Now I'm starting just to put my attention in smaller areas. Like here, for example, what's happening here? There is light around the tear duct. Okay, there is light on top of the lower eyelid here, for example. Okay, at the same time, I'm trying just to get some softer edges, which is pretty difficult when the face is that small. I don't want a sharp edge here on the eye. If I don't have a sharp edge here on the eye, it would be easier to see. What I'm planning to do is that using just black and a laser and green, kind of green on, and make a really dark and thick stroke here, brush stroke. Okay, and the softness on the eye is gonna show pretty clear. It's gonna let us see. I don't know how to explain it. Just let's pay attention just to that, because everything around is softer. It's kind of blurry. And the same for the highlight, which is going to be sharp. Okay. This highlight here, it shouldn't be as bright as this highlight. which I can just put it just pure white, but it has to be really thick, because the idea is that this amount of paint, the idea is this amount of paint catch some real light. It looks brighter and lighter because catching some real light. What I mean is not the effect of light on the canvas, it's real light because it has some thickness. Now I'm gonna check out my window here to compare. I need to blend a little bit. You know, I like it. I like what I see, but I don't like it looks kind of rough. The skin. I want a softer skin. Oh, thank you, RB. Yeah. Okay, I want to blend a little bit. Just a little bit of chrome yellow and a little bit of blue. A little bit of green here. So adding some touches of color. I want to zoom in a second for you all to see. Just some touches. You see the green there? A touch there, a touch there. Obviously, it works pretty good with the reddish color, with the pinky color. The same here. It's kind of greenish. We have red. Okay. Now for the nose, I need to continue working on making this a bit more reddish, a bit more reddish and reddish, but just back and forth. You need to control that as I continue just blending. On the mouth, this area here has some light. This light stays here, and you need to just soften and create a transition to the corner of the mouth. Okay, let's see that gonna have some softness here. I'm gonna smooth out this a lot. I'm gonna keep some texture on the lights. I need to add more lights, more paint. But let's see, I'm not gonna get this at the first try. Okay, I'm gonna soften this edge. Now I need to soften this red. I like it, but I need to knock it down. If I see that maybe without this color is not okay, I'm gonna put it back again. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I got some questions here. Oh, thank you, Jonas. Intesar is saying right eye bar not showing clear. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. You know, I got more color on my painting than the color on the photograph. It's more reddish. I like it. Okay, that's good. About the background, maybe I'm gonna make it darker, just like the photograph, but keep this lighter. Maybe here I'm gonna make it darker, just to have the sharp edge here. And play with some edges here. Make it sharper, blurry. Let's see. Okay. I was checking on my screen, did not see the painting like seeing like the painting like from a long distance. Every time that you hear a click on my end, you know, I'm doing that. And that would be like stepping back a lot. I step back, obviously we step back to see the whole painting. It's let's say a composition thing, because the whole painting, it means all the things that are happening here. It means that we gotta pay attention to the focal point, the sharp and soft edges, okay, contrast, where colors we should knock down, gray down, which color we should just enhance, saturate, depending, okay, on what we do. Or what we want. When we work on a light like I'm doing now, we gotta be sure that this light, it shouldn't be as bright as this light, for example. Okay, I'm gonna pick up more green. Because we blend, you know, we put more paint, and all of a sudden some colors just go away, kind of fade away with the new colors. Too bright. Yeah, that's better. I added a green there, a touch of green. I'm gonna keep it there. You gotta be careful. Let's see if I see some comments. Okay, here, no. Don't forget to press the like button, please. Obviously, you like what I do here. The only thing that I'd like to do is get closer to my paint. And, you know, what happens, I got the camera between me and the paint. Okay, but at the same time, I cannot get really, really close to my paint Anyway, because I use glasses and I got sometimes I forget about that, and I remember when I was young and I used to get really close to my drawings to see details. Now that I'm even using glasses for reading, that's the glasses I'm using now for painting. When I get closer, that happens, I mean, to all the people that use glasses out there. I get closer, it becomes blurry. It's like, wow, wow. I mean, it's impossible. You got to keep it like to some distance from your drawing or painting. Okay, this is pretty tricky here because I'm trying to keep some softness on the eye. I don't want to get any like a sharp detail or got some definition on the iris. Okay. I see the I see this, you know, darker here value around the iris. Okay, just wanted to keep it soft. Pretty tricky, pretty tricky. Okay, a little bit of pink for the tear duct. Okay, I'm gonna blend a little bit here. Just dabbing. Squinting, I need more light on the nose. Definitely, there's more light here. Okay, green again. Okay, I'm gonna mix some violet. Okay, some black with kind of green. Here I see already sharp not sharp, dark H. Okay, let's step back again. Okay. The last week was the school, the anniversary of the School of Art, where I have had a study. I think it's 105 years anniversary. I didn't even know. I was lost. And there were a lot of some activities, and I would have loved to go to see that. There was one of my teachers that he gave a speech. Well, it was pretty nice. That would be the thing that happened when I after I finished up the School of Art. At that time, if you want to go to the School of Art, you just go and just walk through the door and get and see all the school, the classrooms, everything. Nobody asks you anything. Nobody asks you where are you going. Yeah, nowadays it's different. Nowadays you gotta. It's like nowadays it's normal, let's say, because you cannot go to any place, and get inside just like that, like, you know. But here it was like that. Uh, I love that because anytime that I was pretty close there, just buying materials, because there are a lot of art stores really close to the School of Art. I went there and I walked inside the School of Art and just going over the classroom, watching some paintings. That was pretty nice. And then one day I went and was like, hey, you're not allowed. Nobody's allowed to get into the School of Art without any reason. Where are you going? Like nowhere. I said like I studied here. Yeah, but that's not enough reason to get into the School of Arts. Yeah. The thing is that it was the anniversary, and I didn't go to see anything. Okay, I think I have to open her eyes a bit more, especially this eye a bit up here. And you know that I have a Patreon account where you can go and check out recorded paint along sessions with my patrons, or you can draw and paint along with me. We paint portraits every Sunday, And we draw Thursdays nights. Sundays we paint for about from 4 to 5 hours. That's a lot, you know. And Saturdays we paint for a couple of hours. Saturdays we paint still life, you know, not even a still life, maybe just, let's say that would be for a beginner. Because we paint just maybe just one object. We paint animals, flowers, landscapes. If it's still life, maybe it's gonna be just still life of two objects. Let's say a couple of apples. That's it. And drawing is, you know, it's about portraits. That's the link on the screen. That's the link on the description box. Or at the same time, anyone can become a member of my channel, where I have some, you know, some recorded lessons too. And squinting, checking. I think this eye has too much light. Now the School of Art here in Lima, it was a church or some kind of place where, you know, nuns and priests used to live. That means that it's not just a church, it's huge. The thing is, because of that, when you got into the School of Art, it's just like you're in a different world. Got some magic, has some magic there. And it's pretty nice, you know, it's just a perfect place for the School of Art here. They still keep just at the very let's say you get into School of Art, the architecture is the same, it's beautiful, but at the bottom, you know, they build up new classrooms. They just did it just like modern classrooms. They didn't respect the architecture of this whole School of Art, which is, you know, they should have, for me, from my point of view. Okay, checking again. Okay, let's think about the hair again. I need to add some lights to the hair. And I use this brush that I use for blending. Just I go lightly and not pressuring that much. You can see that, you just see the tip of the brush. Pretty lightly. Check out the tip of the brush, okay? Pretty light. You can do this with lighter color or a darker color. The thing is the tool. This is the tool. The brush is rounded, but look at that. Maybe there. It's the same brush that I use for blending. It's perfect for blending. It's perfect for working hair. Now another brush that we could use, that would be a fan brush. Sometimes I use it. For a bigger portrait, maybe I could use a fan brush. But for this small portrait, this brush feels okay. I got this one that I have used for the face. I could use it too for the hair. But lightly. Very lightly. Okay. I'm gonna clean the brush. Another touch of red. And I think I can use this brush for here too. I mean this color. Okay, I'm going to play a little bit with edges. Sharp edge here, a sharp edge here, and then here a little bit blurry, the same here. Touch of red. Okay, more red here. I'm mixing cameo red and kind of green rose. Okay. Pretty difficult to work on a smaller portrait. Oh, okay. Oh, and I'll read some comments. Thank you. Intisar is 130, and I'm watching continuously. Thank you. Hello, Francisco. Gracias, Nieves. Are you taking paint off as well as you putting in on to get values? Oh no, basically I put paint on. Continue putting paint on. Okay. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Joanne. Gracias, Teo. Yeah. Sometimes, when we paint, about this question about if I'm putting paint on or off, that happens, we put paint and kind of the brush lift up some paint. Yeah, that could happen, or I would do that in purpose if I press harder with the brush. But I would do that to kind of replace a color. When I'm thinking that this color is not good, I press harder and kind of moving out that color. I mean, obviously, it's not taking the color off from the, but just replacing. Okay, but usually what I do is just lightly and continue putting paint on, slowly, slowly, slowly. That's why when I start to paint, when I continue painting and painting after the first layer, I go. Let's say you don't see me pressing the brush really hard, or like leaving just one brush stroke without moving. That could happen sometimes when I got the color and I just lay down the brush stroke and just leave it there. But usually I prefer just blend, mix a little bit, blend, mix a little bit, and sometimes I like some texture on the painting. Sometimes I just love to smooth out the surface, but that I don't know, it has to do with maybe the month of the year. That when I'm trying to say who knows, I'm not so sure when I'm gonna like it. Sometimes I start thinking as when I'm about to start painting, I think, okay, I'm gonna smooth out this painting because I love the softness. I ended up with with a little bit of texture, and I didn't plan that ahead. And sometimes I'm thinking that I'm gonna add a lot of paint to this one, and I ended up smoothing out the painting. And obviously that happens to everybody. That depends on what you got on your canvas. Okay, if you think that the painting kind of start looking for its own path in terms of what is going to work better, more or less paint, more or less visible brush strokes, more or less texture, more or less contrast or color. Remember that we need to pay attention always to value. Because of values, this area look rounded. If the values are not good, that's not gonna look rounded. It's about values. With values, we create the illusion of roundness, the illusion of depth, and all of that. Okay, it's not color. Remember all the phrases out there to explain that. Like one phrase that I loved a lot is when say values does the hard work and color takes the credit. I'm saying that because in my own experience when I was studying, my goal it was always try to match color. It was just I tried so many things like getting closer to the still life that was in front of me and lay down a brush stroke on top of an object just to match the color of that specific area. Can you imagine that? Just doing that for the lights, for the midtones, for the shadows. Okay, and then all of a sudden the light changed and you see the colors and no one looks like the way they were looked at 40 minutes ago. And it's because when we work from life, when we paint from life, usually in the School of Art there are a lot of huge windows, and obviously the light that we got is from the sky, and that change. And then if all of a sudden we started painting and this is cloudy, all the objects looks even that obviously there was a lamp, there was some light, to get some contrast, but the skylight is that strong that if that change from being warmer or cooler, that's going to change a lot the colors that you see on all the objects. Going to move the entire still life from being warmer to cooler and vice versa. Fortunately, that doesn't happen when we work from a photograph. Yeah, that's an advantage, obviously. I'm gonna lay down a little bit of alizarin crimson here. I see that's a darker area. Alizarin. This is kind of create on rows. And I said alizarin crimson because it's pretty close, okay? Man, I get confused because I use both. Sometimes I use alizarin crimson, sometimes I use kind on rows. I prefer pronounce the other one because it's easier, alizarin crimson than kinacridon. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Okay. Okay, I'm squinting again, checking again, and you know, this is just like that, back and forth. Back and forth. I'm saying that because I worked this area and make it lighter, and now I gotta just add a little bit of reddish color here and make it a little bit darker. Okay. I'm gonna add some tiny touches of color. For example, I can pick up a little bit of this orange, tiny bit of this orange, and put it here or here. It's just pure orange. Okay. The same way I have green here, and I put it here, and I put it here, and here, a little bit here. I pick up a alizarin crimson and red. Sorry, I mean kind of green and rose. I mean a little bit there. Okay, I can even pick up some. She's in a greenish environment, and you know, atmosphere. I can just add more green. I can pick up some light blue. Mix some light blue and put it a touch. Could be here. If you don't see that this like it looks like a stain or a drop of color that just came out of nowhere, you don't see that, that means that the color is working. The value is working, the color is working. That adds more color to the painting. Okay. Now I'm gonna get closer. I'm gonna zoom in. Let me see this. Okay, you see those tiny touches. This green looks pretty. If I see that, I'm seeing this pretty close on the screen too, and I see this green like, wow, it's just too. I had the feeling that's too much. But when I see it from a distance on my canvas, like this, it looks pretty good. It looks like it's not there. Okay, let's take a rest from the face. I want to work the shower. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can do something. You know, it's just like still just got the feeling that all the tension is here. I gotta do something more with the background, and I wanna see if that's gonna work. I'm gonna make it this sharp, just a little bit, okay? And then this is soft. Okay, the same thing that is here. Okay, I'm trying to get some balance between a sharp edge, lost edge, sharp edge, sharp edge, lost edge, all of that. Okay, that happens everywhere. And let's see. I think you know what? I'm gonna make this even darker. I don't think this is working. But let's see. Let's continue. I'm gonna soften here. Okay. It's been almost 2 hours. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay. I don't think that's gonna work here as a sharp edge. I'm gonna try to find the balance with another area. Okay, this kind of violet, you know, purple violet, it works pretty good here. That's for sure. Okay. I see the same color around here, more reddish. Okay. I'm gonna put more paint here. And I'm gonna mix it with a touch of white. Okay. Don't forget to press the like button. Let's see. I like it. I like it. Let's read some comments. CVC, I didn't receive the notification. Oh, so sorry. I don't know how that works. Yeah. Hmm. CVC, very beautiful painting. Which color do you use for the hair? Let's say that basically it was just a knockdown orange, but with a touch of green. By the way, now they mentioned the hair, I need to. This looks like a block, but I need to add some dark brush strokes to make it look like more like hair. The green that I have used is a mixture of cobalt blue, and chrome yellow. Okay, again, I'm gonna just check out my window here and see if this is working. Yeah, it looks like everything is working okay. Okay, I need to spread this greenish color here. Spread it over here. I'm getting hungry. Today's Friday. Usually we go out for to eat with my kids. My daughter is 20, my son is 17, but they still want to go out with us. Which is pretty good. Yeah? Okay, I got this black. I got this black on the image. You know, I'm gonna just here, maybe here, just here is gonna be an accent. And then I'll just spread it up a little bit. Just that. I need more of this yellow here. And blue and yellow. Well, I'm not copying the photograph on this. I'm just seeing my painting, trying to see if this is working for my painting. Okay, another thing. What about making this sharp? What about that? And then just that. And then soften here, soften. See, kind of a lost edge. There is no edge basically. Okay. What about that? What about that? Okay, that's good. I love this kind of purple. I want to add more of this color. Some touches just like a reflected light. Yeah? Okay. I'm trying to follow the form, of the shoulder with these brush strokes. A bit more white here. Let's see. here too, like an accent. Okay, some accents. That's too much. Okay, I see it obviously the background darker here. I like it on the photograph. But if I make it darker here, I'm afraid that's gonna kill my contrast that I have here on the edge. That I love it because I got the feeling that my eyes go there and get into the painting and just follow the eyes, because the next thing that I see is just the eyes. You know, because I'm really trying really hard to keep this pretty soft. Don't have any like sharp edge, and just the eye. You see the eyelashes? The eyelashes are pretty just dark. It's just black with quinacridone rose, which makes this really dark, darker than the eyebrows, darker than, yeah, I should make it the eyebrows darker than everything else, and with the intention to make the eyes pop. Okay, obviously I'm copying the photograph at the same time I'm adding something a bit more to just for my painting to see what I want. Okay, basically, because always a combination between paint what we see and paint what we want to see. You know, another phrase that is out there that I love it. We paint what we know, we paint what we see. First we paint what we see, then we paint what we know, then we paint what we want to see. And this thing about we want to see, this just subtleties that I think that are improving my painting. Maybe not. Yeah. Who knows, but todavía no. Yeah. Family here asking me if I'm done. They don't care about YouTube. Say, have you finished up yet? Pretty funny. Okay, I got some red here, touch of orange. I'm gonna add a little bit of a touch of saturation on the shadows. Okay, just some touches. Okay. What else? Okay. Oh, thank you, Jonas. Oh, thank you, Fatih. One thing you say because you pay for dinner. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good reason. That's my kids stay with, you know, going out Fridays to eat with me. Oh, I didn't notice that. I got a question here. Gary is saying, I see you are using a panel more than a stretched canvas lately. Is that for convenience, or do you find you paint better than on a canvas that gives? No, it's just because uh, it's pretty easy for me. Just go and buy some panels that for $2 each, add an extra layer of gesso, and that's it. And that's it. You know, if I gotta say which one I prefer, I could say I prefer my own canvases. I prefer stretched my canvas and paint on top. You know, I don't know why. I mean, just the canvas that moves a little bit. I like it that more than this. That's pretty stiff because of it's a panel. but this is pretty easy to do. That's why, that's the main reason, just the main reason. Yeah. Okay, maybe some more touches of color. I'm just gonna add a touch of light blue here. Just tiny touches, okay? I'll blend this a bit. The same way that I added some touches to the nose, some orange. A touch of red on the mouth. You see this, that pure red on the lip? That's pretty nice. I'm gonna zoom in there. Look at that. This brush stroke, and there's another brush stroke on the nostril. It's basically pure red. Okay, and this is what I was saying about the iris. Trying to keep it soft. That's pretty hard. Definitely, it's pretty hard. And I would love to use a brush for blending and go on top, but I'm afraid that I'm gonna just soften the eye that much. I will do it, okay? We'll try it. Just this one. Look at the size of the brush. Too big. But this is the brush that I have using for blending. I've been using for blending. Okay, I'm gonna go like on the edge, soft, soft, soft. Okay. Now you see that? Now that from a distance should look okay. Should look like soft instead of having a lot of detail. Now that changed from painting to painting, okay? Maybe the next week you're gonna see me just adding a lot of detail to the eyes. I'm not saying that's gonna work for every painting. I'm just saying that it goes maybe with this kind of atmosphere, the softness that I see on the painting. Yeah, obviously we can do that on every painting, of course, you know. Yeah, but that's up to anyone at the end. Okay, and for example here too, the only problem that when we do this is like sometimes we miss the shape of the eye, and it doesn't look rounded anymore, the shape of the iris, and we affect some values. Okay. And we soften some values. The difference between values is what creates volume. And when we soften that difference, and that happens often when we try to blend and blend a lot, and all of a sudden we don't see difference between light and midtones, and shadows, and then all the painting, you know, looks flat. Okay, I'm gonna knock down this ones here. Okay, what else? What else do you want from me? Okay, I think I'm almost done. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, Matt saying looks like she's about to blink any moment. Thank you. The complement colors really add some pop to the painting. Red and green always is a vibrant combo. Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, we got to the point that we don't know what else to do. I know all the things that all the rules that I follow, all the things that I do about drawing, about painting, about edges, about color, you know, about all of that. But at some point, uh, you know, well, I think that happens to everybody. We got stuck, and what we need is to rest a bit, to be able to know what it is to do, to be able to see with fresh eyes what changes we need to do. Here, adding some green. It's a dark green. And some alizarin crimson. I clean the brush, and next to the green I add some alizarin crimson. Next to the green, okay? What happens when we got two opposite colors together next to each other? They vibrate in a different way, and there's what happens. Our brain perceives that like a little bit more colorful than another area, and without adding a lot of color, just by adding that contrast. Remember, I keep mentioning that's what we call the uh, oh my god, I forget the name. Simultaneous contrast. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry to mention the same again and again. Okay, what is adding some pure alizarin, quinacridone rose. Okay. Okay, my friends. Oh, Matt saying, "Hey, I just got here. You can repeat as much as you'd like." Yeah. Okay, I think I'm done. Yeah, yeah. You gotta wait for me just a couple of minutes because usually, as soon as I say that I'm done, I panicked. You know, my brain gets into panic mode, and I'm starting to see mistakes everywhere. Like here and there, things that I gotta fix right away before I just turn off my camera. Yeah, that's for now. Thank you so much, you all, for being here, and see you all next week. Okay? Take care, everybody. Bye. Don't forget to press the like button before you go. Oh, Matt is saying, just remember, a painting is never finished, only just paused. Yeah, 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 that's pretty nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm seeing you all. Nobody's pressing the like button. Okay, bye. Thank you, Sylvie. Thank you, Monique. Okay, bye, everybody. Oh, Matt is saying I click it 3 times. Yeah, okay. Just to be safe. But if you click the like button 3 times, at the end it counts like a dislike. Because the first click is a like, the second is a dislike. The third one, oh, it's a like. Yeah, yeah, it's a like. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, bye.